This is basement of Clubhouse. I started here first. I want to preface this by saying most of the time mirrors ban first, so you can kind of abuse that and drop down to basement first, and you have the cave clause for the hatches. So that's kind of like the thought process behind it. If you don't have the Cade in basement, this is probably like the third best bomb site on the map. If you do have the Cade, then it's like tied for one of the first or second. I don't know. CC and bedroom are really good, and I think they can compete with it if you have the Cade. So it's kind of just down to preference. The thing that's nice about this is you can play 5-man bunker on this site, which means everyone's up here with you or down on this floor with you, which keeps it pretty simple. So I guess you have your Cade, obviously, if Cade's on the board. Cade tube down here is really good. One in each bomb site. To keep the kitchen hatch and your moto wall closed. So you can have like tube play for either of those. You can have Cade play for either of those. Both of them have C4s. So it's actually a C4 lineup. That's why I have this open, so I can show you. You should be able to just toss that straight up and over. And look at that, it lands at the bottom of the main stairs. So anyone that's in this area, you just check your C4. Even if they're over here, maybe it doesn't kill them, but that's going to do a lot of damage to them. Like that will leave them probably like 30 or less if they're 3 armor. So you have these footholds here to keep them from walking on you. Hopefully this gets Caded. These 2 right here are the most important. Most of the time, I guess you'll see head holes here. I don't like head holes here, and on a full basement bunker, you shouldn't really need them. It just lets them like drop moto and then just look into sight. So it's kind of weird. It does let you like get better audio to moto hatch and like maybe contest the walking through the door this way, but you already have that for it. So it's like how much do you need? Plus they can have this. Because you just hold them at the door here. They just got a funnel. So I guess I should preface by saying all 3 hatches are reinforced. This whole wall reinforced, and dirt is reinforced. So that is what, 3, 6, 8 of your reinforcements. And you have 1 here on this wall, and you have 1 here on this wall, and that's all 10 of your reinforcements. You put footholds here, so your side player can keep people from walking on your blue player. Maybe this is your 2 brown site. I think also a zombie is really good in here. Reason being is you can just throw them all over this table to block angles. Like having an Azami right here is like the best Azami spot, because the person playing in blue can now rotate for free even if they drop here. So it is incredibly good, and I guess the rotates out here, so you can like kind of just bob and weave and dance around. And blue, you have all like these different options of peeking. Your team has lines of sight to help you. Your warden can come over here with shotgun, play off of everything. So that's kind of why you have the rotates here. Because like if they start throwing util down, you want to have like quick escape from the hatch. And you can kind of just dance around it and choose where you want to expose yourself to. So like a tube or an Azami in here is probably really good. A Cade over here is really good. If Cade is banned, I would low-key take Sentry, but instead of like the Barb and C4 that I'm on right now, I would take impacts and deployable. Reason being, you could impact the hatch if you don't have the Cade clause for it. So you can just impact twice right here. You open the floor, you throw it under the grill. You could do the same thing right over here. There's a little table that you could do that thing. It'll clear anything on the top of this hatch. Really good tech if you didn't know about that. But you also want the deployable. The deployable goes right here, and someone will be playing right here tucked on this deployable. You have someone tucked on this arsenal rack. You are actually safe from kitchen hatch from here. They will not be able to get an angle onto you right here. So you put the deployable here, you play off the deployable, you can just sit tight, you're safe. So sentry here for that, or if not, then you will also have a player right here, and it will be a warden, hopefully, with shotgun to play close on blue, help this person. You really want this person as a warden because you'll see like a lot of Capitao smokes and like glasses sitting in dirt and stuff, and maybe like a Monty drop with smokes, and then going for a plant. So you need the warden. Maybe they'll send like the Yings down over here to contest blue, or like smokes for that. Or so warden is huge on this site. Warden is really good at just shutting all of that down. So you have a warden here, a zombie or tube in there, a Cade or a sentry over here. You'll have a smoke and dirt. I think having the shotgun for like all these close range gunfights is good. The idea isn't to hold dirt the whole round, is literally just smoke them, fight a little bit, smoke them, back up. I would actually take it around this, and then fight them here a little bit, and smoke, and then back up. And you can tuck right here, and you should be safe in the blue door. So if you're like getting pressed from both sides, I would just smoke again right here. And then you just have to play here to die. But now you're back kind of like where your team's playing, and your Cade can help watch your swing, or your sentry, depending on who you have. Someone with an ACOG and a shotgun that just mess that guy up. And then you'll also just be kind of tucked with the shotgun ready to fry anyone. So you got some help there. No one should be playing under this because obviously it is all soft. It's all going to get opened up. Maybe you have this right here just so you can go to church and get angles into like a plant. Somewhere back here you can get angles all the way from over there if they're walking, just to stop like a plant happening from back here. This rotate so you can get in and out of the sites faster. You're not just funneled through the door. You can head over here if you need to. You have this wall right here, so you can send your C4 up and over for the default plant right back there. If it's default like right there, then obviously through like right I did. If it's not, then you'll throw it a little to the right so it lands on this pillar to kill anyone playing behind this. Big thing you gotta watch out for is people dropping the hatch and then holding this with like a DMR or something. That is like really good angle for the offense. They can do the same thing on the bar here. They can even hold like an angle like that. So got to be really careful peeking through that double door if they are taking sight here. They just have like a lot of angles that are really good for that. It's best for your Cade or your sentry to just come over and swing. Maybe your smoke peeks as well. You collapse on them. If smokes still has smokes left, or they don't even push dirt at all, and you just start smoking out this area for the drop. Got to be careful of the hatch though when you're like peeking like this with smoke. So just be careful of all that. But besides that, really straightforward here. I mean, you just have one, maybe a zombie or tube in sight. You have a Denari. I didn't go over this, but Denari will be holding blue. Denari is actually really good here. You will also have a deployable on Denari, I believe, that you can bring if your warden wants to C4. If you have like barbed wire or something on Denari, or like a beeper, I would take that just so you know when people are pushing. But also the Denari tech of like stairs, where you just put one there and you put one there for these stairs, and anyone that walks it is slowed and they take damage and they'll hear it. You can do the same thing pretty much anywhere on these stairs. You put one there, you put one there, and then also there is main stairs. So you have all your stairs covered with Denari. That is why Denari is really good here. Obviously you have the secondary like slug shotgun thing, whatever that thing is, to help make the site setup. You put your last one somewhere over here so you know if they're pushing down main. It's actually really hard for them to see it pushing down the stairs. If they can see it all, they kind of have to like go like this and inch their way down to maybe get an angle on it. So that's what I would do. If Denari has like no beepers or barbed wire, then take the deployable shield, and warden can then take a C4, and Denari's shield can go right here to help. So that is like a great option for that. I guess things to be careful for is hatches getting opened up. A lot of people, it's very standard for like a Ying, a Capitao, a Grim to try and muscle blue. That is like the number one take they'll try and do. So you gotta be careful of that. Just back up, play around this area. You can go over here and play over here. You have a lot of options. So that is kind of what you're looking out for. Maybe like a Monty drop and turtle plant, maybe a Monty walk dirt plant. Maybe they try and do a main stairs take and they try and bring like a Habana or a Ace. If for whatever reason Ace isn't banned, I think you should most definitely ban Ace first round. I think probably like an Ace and then get a Monty and then get a Capital last is what you should be looking to do. And you should be taking a last round to CC and you ban the Capital by then, you ban the Monty by then. It makes it really easy to hold Garage. So like just from a strategic ban point, that is probably what you should be doing on Clubhouse like 9 out of 10 times. Maybe they don't know to abuse the Capital too much, but they like abusing Grim instead. You could do that. So that's something to look out for. But I guess the push over here would be to push down and then try and ace this open. Or like somewhere around this wall. Or try and walk through Memorial. But I don't know. You have 5 people down here to figure out where they're pushing and what they're doing. And stop all that util. So you got a lot of ways to figure stuff out. It might be a little too in-depth. Because again, it's just a lot of people sitting. But I'll do one more recap on ideal people and ideal positions. And ideally, you have your Caden Arsenal, you have your Smoke in the tunnel, just stalling time backing up. Your Cade is going to play off a deployable right here at the shotgun, ideally. Your Warden will play right here. They can bring a deployable for your Cade. Or your Denari can, and then your Warden can bring a C4. You're going to have a Denari playing in blue. They're going to have a Azami or a Tube right behind them, backing them up. If a Cade ban happens, by the time you get here, if you don't go here first, then don't take the Tube. Just worry about like an Azami or something. If Cade and Azami are banned, then get a Wamai here. Use your Wamai discs to catch all the util that's going into blue. So that's like your backup for a double ban if you are going here last. But that is what I would do for this bomb site. Pretty simple. I think having this close makes this bomb site feel so much safer when you have 5 down here hunkered down. It like really makes the push from this side just kind of funnel here or down the hall. So you got so many options. Again, if you have a Tube in here, you can C4 up and over. If you have a Cade over here, then they can barely C4 like that to stop plants. So just be using those, be wary of them. Smoke can come out and smoke it off, but that is how the basement hold works.